Breaking. Prince William has broken a 70-year royal silence to openly confront the Prime Minister. His words at Westminster Abbey stopped the entire room in its tracks. This happened less than 24 hours ago. Prince William entered Westminster Abbey expecting a standard ceremony, polite handshakes, rehearsed smiles, formal nods. But instead he delivered one sentence that changed everything. My father's wisdom and dedication to this nation require no defense from any politician. If you want to follow where this story goes, subscribe now because the events unfolding could reshape British politics forever. The room went silent. Keir Starmer, standing just meters away, looked as if he'd been hit. His face went pale. Cabinet ministers shifted uncomfortably, unsure how to respond. But why did William speak out? The story gets serious here. 3 days ago, leaked WhatsApp messages revealed a coordinated plan inside Downing Street to attack King Charles. Labour strategists were plotting to portray the king as politically biased, detached, and a threat to democracy. One message said, "We need to make Charles the villain, old, interfering, unelected. The public must see him as the problem, not us." The plan was clear. Destroy public trust in the monarchy to protect Labour's failing poll numbers. Leaked documents obtained by the Telegraph show Labour's team had been planning this attack for months. They hired American political consultants known for aggressive campaigns to craft messaging designed to weaken public trust in the monarchy. The budget? Over £300,000 of taxpayer money. While British families struggled to pay bills, Starmer's government spent public funds attacking the king. Prince William did not take this lightly. Sources close to him say he spent 2 full days preparing with constitutional experts and senior advisors. Princess Catherine reportedly told him, "Your father needs you. Britain needs you. If not now, when?" This wasn't a rash decision, it was calculated and precise. When William spoke in Westminster Abbey, every word was chosen for maximum impact. He praised King Charles's decades of service and reminded everyone of the monarchy's role. Then came the line that froze the room. His wisdom and dedication to this nation require no defense from any politician. That single word, politician, struck directly. Everyone understood who he meant. The reaction was immediate. Social media exploded. The hashtag Defend the Crown went global in under 20 minutes. Clips of William's statement gathered millions of views before Starmer's team could respond. The optics were devastating for the Prime Minister. Cameras captured Starmer frozen, not defiant, not angry, just shocked. Body language experts noted trembling hands, repeated swallowing, clear signs of public humiliation. Margaret Davies, a 64-year-old retired nurse from Cardiff who has supported Labour her whole life, posted a video that went viral. "I've backed Labour through everything. But seeing Keir stand speechless while a prince defends his father, that's not strength. That's weakness." Her video has been shared over 800,000 times. Meanwhile, real people are suffering. British veterans, men and women who served the country honorably, are sleeping on the streets. Michael Patterson, 71, a Falklands War veteran, was recently found sheltering under Waterloo Bridge in freezing temperatures. His pension barely covers medication. "I fought for this country," he said, tears streaming. "I watched my friends die for this country, and now I can't even afford a roof over my head." Statistics from Veterans UK show over 6,000 former servicemen and women are homeless in Britain, 6,000 heroes with nowhere to go. While Michael sleeps under bridges, Downing Street spent £1.2 million last month on diversity consultants, media strategists, luxury hotels for advisors, and champagne receptions for Labour donors. One report shows £38,000 spent on training junior ministers in strategic communications, effectively teaching them how to avoid answering questions honestly. The contrast is shocking. Even Labour-supporting newspapers are calling it out. The Daily Mirror, historically Labour's voice, ran a front-page headline: "Veterans freezing while Starmer plots against the king." Then King Charles himself spoke. At a private Buckingham Palace dinner with Commonwealth leaders, he said, "The Crown does not engage in political battles. We serve and we do not rule. But we also do not abandon the principles that have kept this nation stable through centuries." Representatives from Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and 15 other nations were present. The message was clear to Starmer: "You've crossed a line." To William: "I support you." To the British people: the monarchy remains steady while politicians panic. The optics for Labour were devastating. A king could have struck back but chose dignity. A prime minister attacked first and now appears petty, overwhelmed and outmatched. It gets worse. Senior members of the House of Lords are considering a formal censure of a sitting prime minister, something that hasn't happened since 1783. 3 Labour peers have privately indicated support. The domino effect hit markets immediately. The pound dropped 1.4% in trading, wiping billions from pension funds and savings. Labour's polling reached historic lows. Conservatives, 38% Reform UK, 26% Labour, 23% for voters over 50, Labour support collapsed to 17%. In the Midlands and Northern England Labour strongholds, the party is 20 points behind Reform UK. Internal polling shows a potential loss of over 150 seats if a general election were held today. The worst performance since 1935. Protests erupted across London, Manchester, Birmingham and Glasgow, with tens of thousands on the streets. These were not organized rallies, they were spontaneous expressions of anger from ordinary people who feel their traditions are under attack. The hashtag StarOut trended globally for 18 hours, generating over 4 million tweets. Senior Labour MPs now openly question whether Starmer can survive until Christmas. Inside Downing Street, chaos reigns. Ministers shout in corridors. Emergency meetings are called then cancelled. Advisors leak against each other to save their own careers. Shadow Chancellor Rachel Reeves reportedly screamed at Starmer's chief strategist, "You've destroyed everything we built." Months of careful economic planning, business outreach and credibility evaporated in just 72 hours. WhatsApp groups meant for strategy have turned into plotting sessions. One group, darkly named after K, has over 30 MPs actively discussing leadership succession. The question isn't if they'll act, it's when. Cabinet Secretary Simon Case, Britain's most senior civil servant, looked visibly shaken leaving Downing Street. He's served through Brexit and Boris Johnson scandals. Insiders say this is worse than all of that combined. Internal polling shows 79% of voters no longer trust Starmer to respect British institutions. Even among Labour voters, only 38% express confidence in his judgment. A prime minister cannot govern without public trust. Meanwhile, Prince William isn't finished. Kensington Palace sources reveal he is quietly meeting Reform UK leader Nigel Farage, Conservative leaders, and even moderate Labour MPs. Palace insiders insist these talks are not political. They are about protecting constitutional stability. Nigel Farage spoke publicly. While others attack our traditions and our king, Reform UK will defend them. While career politicians panic, we stand for the values that made Britain great. Reform UK's membership surged 250% in just 72 hours. Donations are flooding in. For the first time, Reform is no longer just a protest movement, it is a credible alternative government. The next few days are critical. Parliament returns from recess. Starmer faces Prime Minister's questions with authority shattered, and his party in rebellion. Conservative leader Rishi Sunak is preparing what insiders describe as the most devastating parliamentary attack in modern history. Reform UK is pushing for an emergency no-confidence vote, which could trigger a general election months ahead of schedule. Constitutional experts warn Britain is entering uncharted territory. Professor David Langford from Cambridge said, "We're witnessing a clash between elected power and constitutional tradition, unlike anything since the English Civil War. If Starmer pushes forward, he risks fracturing the nation permanently. If he backs down, he's politically finished." Britain is watching this crisis unfold in real time. Families are divided. The nation isn't just politically split, it is questioning its very foundations. The center stands a prime minister who looks increasingly isolated, desperate and overwhelmed. So here's the question. Did Keir Starmer just commit political suicide by attacking the monarchy? Can Prince William's intervention force a change in government? Could Nigel Farage become the next prime minister? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. If this story shocked you, share it with anyone who needs to see what's really happening in Westminster. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, because tomorrow we'll break down the leaked documents showing exactly what Starmer's team planned next.